Hello Keith, how we doing? God, that sun's bright, isn't it? How's it going, Keith? Maybe that sun moving around a bit. It's right on my blooming lens. Hello Natty, how we doing? Hello James McGinn, how we doing? How's it going, Natty? Excellent. See a damn thing for this sun. Relaxing stream, peaceful spot. Yeah, it is very peaceful. I wish that sun had just moved a bit. It's just upsetting the view a bit, the sun. Hello, Soya Tasia, how we doing? Hello, Sean the Ghost, how we doing? Hello, War Thunderman. That morning or afternoon? It's morning here, 10 a.m. in the morning. Hello, Bridget Sapien Sweets, how we doing? Hello, Surya Teja. What's your favourite season? Oh, I don't know, Nat. It certainly isn't this one. I think summer for me, without a doubt. These dark nights do my head in. Especially after Christmas, that bit between Christmas and springtime, I hate it. I definitely prefer it when it's just, when it's lighter nights, definitely. Yeah, I'm same. I don't like snow. I used to like it, but I don't now. Yep, I don't like the snow at all now. Used to. Not a fan of rain, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean that'd be different because when you go on holiday to snow places, you have all right gear and all tackle and everything, and it's a bit of a different thing. But they're geared up for it, and they have all the snow sledges and the proper clothes. That I wouldn't mind that, but when it snows in this country, oh God, no, I hate it. I mean, thankfully, it doesn't snow that much, which is good. God, I wish I'd faced my camera the other way. This picture's terrible with sun in way, but I was working on the theory that the sun would move around a bit. You know what I mean? Hello. Won't let you down. Don't jump. I won't. I have 13 square metre gravel for sale. Excellent. I'm sure somebody will buy it somewhere. It's a lot of gravel, is that? Yeah, same here, Natty. Nice beach somewhere, that'll do me. Nice beach with a pina colada. That's my ideal scenario. Pina colada on the beach. Yes. Anthony, can you deliver to Ireland? Hello, Manilo. Oh, definitely beat Jeanette at this time. She usually doesn't rack up until about one-ish. Jeanette won't be about at this hour. I'd be very surprised if she is anyway. Want to do an aromatherapy course? Excellent. Aromatherapy on a train spotting channel. Can't beat it, yeah. I think it could take off. Without a doubt. Anyway, don't forget if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. What's this? There goes a single light engine class 66. Thank you very much, won't let you down. I'm struggling to sit chat here, the sun's that bright here. I'm struggling to see blooming my screen on my iPad. The sun's beaming right in on me. I've got me blind up and everything and I'm struggling to see. See, if I put my camera other way, there's more activity coming this way, coming from south, you see. If the camera on the other side of the bridge, you wouldn't, but once the sun moves out of the picture, which it will do probably within an hour or so, and the picture will improve, but I just can't see the proper, I can't see the chat proper. I wanted to squint to look at. Did you see the train they found in New Zealand? No, I didn't. Yeah, I already have sunglasses on. I have my normal glasses go dark with sun. You know, they're reactors, whatever you call it. I don't know what you call them. Photo bloody something or other. I don't know. But anyway, when the sun's out, they go dark. My normal glasses. Buried on the beach for 100 years. It's a great looking thing. All right. Excellent. Buried on the beach. Wow. Earliest train ever built in New Zealand, and it's a very interesting story. Yeah, I have been to Benidorm quite a lot actually, Natalie. I've been about 6 or 7 times to Benidorm. Good fun is Benidorm. Been quite often though. Two of the times I stayed in the hotel where they filmed the comedy Benidorm. Yeah, Sol Pelicanos. Or is it Dominicanos? It's one of them anyway. There's two hotels next door to each other. One's called Pelicanos, named after a pelican. The other one's called something like Dominicanos, named after a Dalmatian. And that's where they filmed Benidorm. Yes, not often. Only once. I drove in Ibiza. I went to Ibiza once, and I hired a jeep in Ibiza. Uh, and that's the only time I've driven abroad. In Ibiza, it were. It's a long time ago. It's about over 20 years ago. That's for sure. probably about 30 years ago now, that, because I was with the ex before the wife, before I married wife. So yeah, it's a long time ago. But that would be for San Antonio we went, and I hired a Jeep, I did. I've rode a motorcycle in this country loads of times. I used to have motorbikes when I was younger. I've never rode a motorbike abroad, but in this country loads of times because I used to have one when I was younger. I've had loads of motorbikes. My dad used to ride motorbikes. Yeah, I always had them, and my brother always had them when we were younger. My brother used to be a motorbike teacher. Used to teach people how to ride motorbikes. My dad used to race motorbikes. Excellent. The new Norton Commando looks brilliant. Hellfire. Do they still make them now, Nortons? I didn't even know that. Benidorm, that was a great show, it was. And they're on about it coming back, Benidorm. Well, they're on about bringing it back. Bringing it back for a new series, so I believe. Funny, I only read that this morning in news. New series for Benidorm. So funny, that programme. So funny. Yeah. It's probably the only thing Johnny Vegas, in my opinion, has been funny in, because everywhere else I can't abide him. I've no time for Johnny Vegas at all. But in Benidorm, he used to amuse me. But everywhere else he's been, I couldn't stand him, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Couldn't stand him in anywhere else. But in that, he were okay. He suited it all right. Yeah, the earlier ones were better when the Garvey family were in it. That were definitely the best when the Garvey family were in it. When the other family came, it took a bit of getting used to. They were still all right. It was still funny, but the Garvey family were definitely funnier. You know, the first sort of family before they left. I mean, that sketch when they were sat in restaurants and Madge says she had beef curtains for her tea. God, I wet myself when I see that. And yeah, Madge, she sat there and said, "What do you have for your tea?" He said, "Oh, I had beef curtains," and he nearly spat his beer everywhere. Classic. Oh, it was funny. They were beef medallions, and she said beef curtains, and flipping Dad knew enough. Well, he did. He sprayed his beer everywhere, laughing. Beef curtains. Superb. And you see, he's not in it now. The old chap. I used to like that couple. Oh, what were they called? Jacqueline and Donald and Jacqueline, I think they were called, swingers. And he's dead in real life, so he won't be back in it ever again. I think they were called Donald and Jacqueline. Oh, they were so funny. Absolutely hilarious. Pastrami. What the hell's pastrami? Natty, I don't even know what it is. I don't know what pastrami is. Sounds like something pasta related to me. It's peppered beef. Alright. Not beef curtains though. Sandwich meat. Excellent. It's been a few years. Must be going ill. Chat to you again. Must be going. I'll chat to you again soon. Okay then. Won't let you down. Catch you later. Tastes nice on buttered seeded bread. Yeah, I don't eat bread, Natty, unfortunately. I try to avoid it, bread, if I can. Oh, there's no, I can, no, try, I do avoid it. Not good for your bread. Yeah, I don't eat any bread. Didn't think I'd like it, but I did. Sean the goat. I like whole seeded. Excellent. Can't believe rubbish weather we've had this week, and now it's glorious. It's rained every day this week so far. It's been terrible. Hello, Fad Sood. How we doing? Yeah, I don't mind Cornwall, Natty. I've been quite a few times. I don't mind it. It's, uh, it's quite pleasant. I've been quite often actually to Cornwall. I used to drive down there when I used to do deliveries, but also I have been there on holiday as well. The place is wonderful. Excellent. Yeah, I've been to Newquay, that's in Cornwall, isn't it? I've been to Falmouth, St Austell, Bodmin and all that lot. Launceston. I used to go there probably once a week when I was driving wagons. I used to deliver to a garden centre and a B&M bargains there. They're a train station museum in Birmingham, I think. Yeah, it's quite a few. I went to Cornwall 2 weeks ago. Excellent. Went to St Austell. Yeah, I used to deliver to a B&M bargains in Cornwall, and then I used to go to someone else called, saying that I don't know if that were in Cornwall, it was called Trago Mills. It was near the Eden project. You know that Eden project, it was near there, and it was called Trago Mills. It was like a big sort of shopping complex and an old mill in its own grounds. Trago Mills it was called. I used to deliver there as well. Yeah, we're a long while ago now. It's about 15 years since. From about 2000 to 2013 I did it. We have quite here on this track that you're watching now, Fard. It's passenger and freight. You know what I mean? Little slow ones and longer fast ones. Really, it's a mishmash. I'm in Preston, Michael. Preston in Lancashire. The picture will improve once that sun's just moved off screen. it's, it's it's right at the flipping lens is the sun at the moment, but it is moving across. Once it gets off screen, the picture will improve, I hope. I could have faced it the other way, but there's not as much traffic going the other way. I was a driver at Taunton for nearly a decade for DB Cargo, right? We get lots of DB Cargo through here. There's one comes at 4 o'clock every afternoon, a red one, a red shed. 4 o'clock every afternoon, and I think there's one been through this morning. I can't remember what it were. A light engine came through about 20 minutes ago, but I can't remember if it were DB Cargo or GBRF. I can't remember. Just a light engine on its own. But during the day, you probably get one freight train an hour, and then at night time, it gets a lot busier for freight. A red shed, yeah, it were a red class 66. Comes through most days about 4 o'clock, and there's one as well that's bobbing around on driver training at the moment as well, and sometimes that's a red shed, a DB, and sometimes it's in XEWS livery as well. But they're doing driver training because of the line closure at Christmas for the diversions over at Settle and Carlisle line. So they're doing something with the Avanti drivers, I think, from what I've heard. Not really, no, I'm not bothered about football. It is a bit quiet at the moment, but, you know, it's treating myself to some flowers, excellent. But I don't normally come this early in the morning, but it's usually afternoon I come, but I thought with weather being nice, because the past few afternoons it's been absolutely torrential rain. 20, roughly between 16 and 20 trains an hour on this line. May not seem like it at the moment, but if you look at the timetable, it's between 16 and 20 an hour. Uh, no, not today. There is one or two about, but unfortunately not on this line. There's one went through Stockport at 10 o'clock this morning for anybody who lives around Manchester way. And there's also one, Nigel Gresley's coming out of Crewe, but it's going south, unfortunately. It's going to Southall. Not Southall. Where's it going? Orton, a place called Orton Mere, which is a preserved railway. They must have something on this weekend, so Sir Nigel Gresley's going down there. There might be one on Saturday. Sometimes there's one on a Friday. Sometimes they send one up on a Friday. It depends who's running the tour. It's locomotive services. Very often they send a steam engine up on a Friday to do whatever tour on Saturday. You know, because there's always some tour that comes out of Cornforth and does a circuit round at the East Lancs line and the Settle and Carlisle line. And sometimes it's a locomotive services train. So if that is the case, they send it up on a Friday. A couple of weeks ago, one came up. I forgot what it were. Blue Peter and that other one, Edge. Oh God, what's it called? Something Edge. I can't remember the name of it. Hello, Mush Kadana KW. Much Kudana KW. Kanana KW. There goes a class 331, and that's going to Liverpool Lime Street, I think. Don't quote me on that. Sorry, no, it's going to Manchester Airport, that. Next one passing in a couple of minutes is going to Barrow-in-Furness, and here it is. And we've got a few more. We've also got what looks like a tamping machine coming through at 10:39. And we have got the big concrete train coming at 11 minutes past 11. Avonmouth to Clitheroe Castle Cement, that's coming at 11 minutes past 11. That'll be a GBRF class 66, will that? It's on its way up. And then we've got a Courtbridge to Daventry at 11:12, which is approximately running. God, I don't know. It's running. It's running 7 hours late. That's not bad, is it? 7 hours late. It's running. That'll be coming through here at 11:10. Another freight train, but that should have actually come through here 7 hours ago. So there's been a problem somewhere. It hit a problem at. It seemed to hit a problem at Beatock Summit, then hit another problem at Lockerbie. And then it seemed to hit. It's just gone worse and worse and worse the whole journey for it. It's due through here at 11:10. So there's a few things to come, as they say. Better late than never. Yeah, you're right there. 7 hours late. Good grief. And I've just looked through the thing, and you can't really understand what's gone wrong with that, because it's just gradually drifted later and later at every single position. So I just don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. Bizarre. Considering it seems to have kept moving, but just drifted later and later, almost like it's travelling at 5 miles an hour or something. That's weird. Usually they get to a station and then they stopped and something happens and they go hours late. Well, that seems to have just drifted at every point. There's no big jumps, if you know what I mean. No big stops. Hello, Gordon Clark. How are we doing? All right. Yeah, I've spoke to you once before. It's all right. Soon that sun will disappear off the right of the screen and we'll get rid of that. Hello, Chris. How are we doing? And get rid of that reflection off the bottom of the lens. Are you going out today, Chris? With weather being better? Well, I'm presuming it's better over there. Hello, Michael Baker. How are we doing? Good morning. Oh, yes. That's a beautiful view. I'm good. Excellent. Glad to hear it, Michael. Yes, I'm fine. It will be a better view when the sun just moves off camera, but I've tried moving it and jiggling about, and I just can't get rid of that reflection that the sun's creating on the bottom of the lens. I've tried sort of manoeuvring it, but whichever way I do it, it still creates a thing. But, I wanted to point it this way because there's more traffic coming northwards. More interesting traffic, shall I say, more freight. So, I wanted to point it this way rather than up the track, which would have been a better as far as the sun goes. Yeah, I probably could do, Chris, but it's not that often you get sun. It's got, and also I've got my waterproof case on, which what I should have done is, yeah. I always try to get as much of tracking as I can. See, I can move it left, sorry, to the right, the camera to the right, but then you don't get as much tracking. You know what I mean? I try to get as much tracking to the view as I can, because there's a bridge directly to the left. If I go any further left, you can see the brickwork on the bridge. So I can go to the right, but then you lose a bit of the depth of field, if you know what I mean. Hello, Little Railroad. How are we doing? It's a bit of a balancing act, just trying to get it in the right position. But I always put it on the same fence post. It's a steel fence, and I clamp it to the fence so it doesn't move. Hello, Saqib Ahmed. How we doing? Is it just me? Do you see the lonely tree? The lonely tree? I don't know. I can see some trees. As for an actual lonely tree, I'm not right sure. Hello, Sakib from Bangladesh. How's life in Bangladesh? Don't forget, if you're new here, hit that button and double tap the screen. I know it's a bit early in the morning and there's not so many people here. Usually in the afternoon you get a lot more people than this, but I thought I'd come here while they were fine. I'll probably do up until about 12 o'clockish and then I might swap sides. It's amazing, as soon as the sun goes behind clouds the temperature really drops. I'm retired, sat on my PC watching you and playing 7 Days to Die game on a boat in Portsmouth. And that was a Class 390 going to London Euston. I love my life. Yeah, it sounds like a great life, does that to me, Michael? Sat on a boat. You can't beat that. That's the way. Had to go to war for it. Heavy price for peace. But you enjoy it though, that's the thing. Everybody always tells me that you're only happy twice when you own a boat, the day you buy it and the day you sell it. And I reckon that's wrong. I think I could quite happily just sit on a boat and let life float by, pardon the pun. I see these people with these canal boats and they look pretty chilled out to me. Living on a canal boat, probably dodging all sorts of taxes and God knows what. I think, yeah, that's the life. What's your guy's favourite train? Mine is a switcher. I don't have a favourite. I don't even know what a switcher is. Obviously, you're not in the UK. No, I love every day except the swans who bang on the hull for fresh water. It's a good life, highly recommended. Different rules and laws. I've only ever been on, well, I've been on ferries, but actual canal boats, I hired one it's about 15 years ago, it is. And I had that, and that were alright. Hired that, and it absolutely lashed down, it did first day, I'll never forget it. I stood there at back steering this boat, and I thought, what am I doing? Absolutely lashed down, it did. But then, rest of the time, it was alright. I've still got the video at home. You can tell how long ago it were. I filmed it on a BlackBerry. So that tells you how long ago it were. Filmed it on a BlackBerry phone. I live on a yacht in Portsmouth. It was 800 quid. I spent two. Well, that's not so bad. 800 quid. That's not so bad. I always imagine when you say boat, you talking tens of thousands. Saying that, probably some of them big boats are them big super yachts and stuff, aren't they? I went to what's that place on South Coast? It's further down from Portsmouth, and they did the Earth Show there a few years ago, and it was just a fluke. I were on holiday. I were in what's it called? I want to say something like Bridge, something or other. Brixham, I think it was called, where I were. I were in Brixham, and then I got on the Heritage Railway that takes you down to takes you from Paynton to a harbour. I can't think what it's called. And God, there were some fancy boats in that harbour. Was there? I don't think what that harbour was called. It might be Dartmouth or something like that. I don't know. Something along them lines. Because the station that were there were called Kingswear. And when I got there, the air show were on. So I sort of it was a fluke. I never even knew it were on the air show. And when I got there were helicopters, planes, red arrows, and all sorts doing this stuff. And I remember there were some fancy boats there. Yeah, the one opposite me is 16 billion. It charges up by a Bluetooth, belongs to an F1 driver. Hellfire. It has a pool on the back. Excellent. Has a pool on the back, that's what you want. And there goes the little old tamping machine, and that's going to Warrington, is that? $16 billion, crack. You couldn't even have that if you won lottery. You couldn't even afford one of them, a lottery winner, could you? Crazy money. I look on an app on my phone. Well, it's not an app, it's a website. On my iPad, I have an iPad here. I have a phone which I view the stream on to make sure the stream's okay. And I have an iPad at the side of me with all the diagrams on, so when a train starts to get near me, I can click on it and it tells me where it's been and where it's going. You know, it's called Railcams it's called, and you can view the website for free, but if you want the detailed information you have to subscribe, and it's £40 a year, so it's not that expensive. Can you track? No, you can track everything, any train in the country. Any train in the country, I can go to any station on the map, on the diagram, and just click on it, and it tells me what's happening, what train's currently in the station, where it's going, and then when they move, you can actually see the trains moving along the diagram through the system. It's the exact same screen as what it's the same screen as what the proper controllers would view. You know what I mean? It's got all the points on and everything. But to get the diagrams information, and you can also see live cameras at a lot of stations as well. There's about 200 live cameras dotted all over the country. You know what I mean? I think there is one actually at Portsmouth. Just let me check. Let's see if there is one at Portsmouth. I'll just check on the. Where are we? Yellow warning of wind. Right, interesting that. Let's have a look. See if there's a camera for Portsmouth. Bet there wouldn't surprise me if there is. Choose a camera. Yep, there is a Portsmouth camera. One camera. I'm looking at it live now. It's a camera, and it's between. There's a train passing actually. It's at Falmouth Harbour. I'm actually watching the camera live, and there's a train passing it now. IP21 the train is. So if I put that egg code into the diagrams, it would tell me. It would track that train. Are you with me? Live from Fratton near Portsmouth. This camera is Fratton near Portsmouth. Do you know where that is, Michael? Fratton. Okay, catch you later, little railroad. You know, you can go to lots of stations. There's flipping loads of stations. Absolutely loads. Loads of cameras, shall I say, at the stations. But I must admit, right. Yeah, Fratton. Well, to me, the diagram I'm looking at goes from Portsmouth and Southsea to Port Creek Viaduct. That's the diagram I've got on my screen at the moment. Blackfriars Junction, Fratton East, a place called Copnor. There's quite a lot of trains actually on this line at the moment. 1F9 1F07, which is the Cardiff Central to Portsmouth Harbour. I go for a coffee there. Excellent. It's a ball late getting Portsmouth to Victoria. The next train is going to be a late running Pendolino going to Glasgow Central. Very late running. In fact, everything's running late today. I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah. past Havant. Yeah, I've been done. I've been through Havant on Train Simulator. Okay, catch you later, Sean. And here's the late running Pendolino. And there goes the other. Another Pendolino in the nice new livery. No, no, no. I'm wide awake, Chris. That Pendolino that's just gone past is in the new livery. It's got poppies all over it. No, I'm wide awake, Chris. I've been up since about, what time did I get up this morning? Like 7:15 I got up, woke up. The Valero train, is it from Siemens? I don't know. I don't know what the Valero is. Damn, I nearly had to nod watch. I don't know what a Valero is. Is it something new? Or is it the oh, I don't know. I don't know what it is. The Valero. Is it not the Avero? What are we on about? Right? I don't know what the Valero is. Hello, Salvatore Giannino. How are we doing? Welcome back. How's it going? And I can tell you that is the Blackpool North to Manchester Airport that's just gone past. The timetable's all over the show today. It's very hard to follow because that many late running trains. We've got an 11:02 airport to Blackpool that should have been here 3 minutes ago. And when one goes late, it just mucks all timetable up and everything. Goes a bit weird. Makes it hard to follow, shall we say. Excellent, Salvatore. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Yes, I'm fine. I'm doing alright. Yeah, I wondered where you've been for a while. I haven't seen you for a few days. Hello, Tommy. How are we doing? Yeah, I've been here for just short of an hour, Tommy. I got here about 10 o'clock. I thought I'd make hay while the sun shines, pardon the pun. While the sun was out, I thought I might as well get out. You know what I mean? Rather than just mess about at home. We should be getting a cement train soon. 11 minutes past 11. That's the old cement train. Coming all the way from Avonmouth to Clitheroe. With what I imagine to be some sort of powder they make cement with. Possibly China clay or something. Could be. Could be. I don't know what it is, Tommy. It'll have hoppers on. And it always goes up to. Thank you very much, Salvatore. You're so kind. Very kind, Salvatore. Thank you very much. Yeah, it probably is. It could well be, Tommy. I don't know. It comes up every morning. Weekday morning. And I don't know what they use it for, but they use it for something. And they it goes back later in the day, but it doesn't go back every day. So I presume whatever they bring up doesn't make a full train to go back, if that makes sense. I don't know, but they don't go back every day, you know. Because it's quite interesting when you go to Castle Cement. I need to go one day and just film it, because they have their own little track that leads in with a level crossing and everything, and the train has to go past it first, unhook the engine. Thank you very much, Salvatore. I'm glad you appreciate it, and I appreciate your super chat. Very much so. Yeah, they have to drive because obviously it's the Clitheroe to Settle line it is that it goes up. The train goes past the junction at God, what's it called, that junction? Can't remember the name at junction. And then he has to unhook the engine, run around, put the engine back on the back end of the engine, drive forwards again, and then reverse into Clitheroe Castle Cement. Because obviously, if it just drives in forward, single track, it's snookered. You know what I mean? The locomotive's at the wrong end, so it does a bit of a switch around, if you know what I mean. Very kind, Salvatore. Yeah, and it does a. I'll join in. Yeah, excellent. Cheers, Chris. That's the first super chat I've had for a week or two. First super chats. Don't get many. Yeah, I can't remember what that junction's called. It's really annoying me now. Just outside of Clitheroe Castle Cement. But I need to go and film it one day. Other people have gone and filmed it, but I won't mind going and filming it. It's bugging me. I'm gonna have to look on a map. when something's on my mind, I can't remember it. I can't give up until I see. Where will I find it? Preston diagram. That's where I'll find it. So the driver changes end on the main line before driving. Yeah, that's it. If you can imagine, it's the lines from Clitheroe. It goes from this junction here where I am now, when I point the camera the other way, it goes from that junction there all the way through Bamber Bridge, Pleasington, Cherry Tree, Mill Hill, Blackburn, Daisfield Junction. What's next station? Ramsgreave and Wiltshire, Langor, Whalley, and then Clitheroe, and then it goes from Clitheroe. The next stop is then Hellifield. But obviously the concrete train goes into Castle Cement, which is a sidings off to the left. But it can't go in forwards, because if it goes in forwards, it's sort of stuck with the engine forwards. It would mean it'd have to reverse back out to sort itself out. So what happens is the driver stops before there's a loop, set of points that create a loop. He stops before or after the junction, I'm not right sure. And he puts the engine on the other end, drives and reverses it into Clitheroe Castle Cement. And it's totally gone out of my head what that junction's called. I will find it. Just need to find a train from Blackburn to right, still to Clitheroe. It'll tell me on this. this either. God, I don't believe it. It's called Horrocks Junction. It's called Horrocks. Horrocks. Horrocks Junction. Horrocks Junction. Yeah. So it's a bit of a. They do it here as well. They do. There's a just down on the camera now. About not even not even probably not. Yeah, maybe just about a quarter of a mile on the right. There's a set of sidings. You can't see them off camera. Oh, they're crossing all the time, Abhishek. They're crossing all the time. And there is a... Hello, Neil Butler, how are we doing? Yep, no rain today, as yet. There's a set of sidings just off to the right, behind the bushes on the right. And there's a train goes in there every now and then, into the sidings. You know what I mean? And when that train goes into them sidings, it does a right. Hello, Sanger, how we doing? Good morning. Have you had a nice sleep? Yeah, and in order to get into the siding, Horrocks and Clitheroe. Yeah, it's just out. It's just after Clitheroe Station. It's called Horrocks Junction. If you follow the railway line on a map, you'll see it, Horrocks Junction, and then that goes into Castle Cement. It's not actually called that, even though the train still has Castle Cement on it. It's called something else now, and I can't remember the name. Hanson. It's called Hanson now. Hanson. But when a train goes into these sidings here, just down the road from me, rather than it can't, obviously again it can't drive in forwards because that'll mean it's wrong way around. So what it does, it goes in, but from there it goes south. But because it's on the wrong track, it has to go all the way. It comes out the sidings. Obviously it's facing the wrong way because it goes south after it leaves here, so it goes to Preston Station, which is like 2 miles down from here, and does a run round again, and then sets off back on the other track, which is quite a major mess around, but that's what it does. You know what I mean? They call it a run around. That's the professional term for it. It does a run around. But to do it, it has to drive 2 miles in order to do it, because there's no room in the sidings. And because this line's such a main line, they won't allow him to do it on this main line. He has to drive up to Preston to do the runaround. But it's not that often. They built them new sidings, and it's not that often anything goes in there, which is a bit weird. When they first opened them early on this year, it were busy as hell, and it's just gone quiet as anything now. Been up since 8 o'clock with the boiler guy. Are you all sorted, Sanger? Is it all systems go? That must be a little bit of condensation at the bottom of the screen, that. Bloody annoying. Excellent. Finally getting somewhere. it's I can see it though. It was my. I thought it. No, it's because I've got because my waterproof case is on. I think there must be a little bit of condensation in the screen on the case, not the phone's the camera screen. It must be on the case. I'm hoping that the sunlight on it would have. I'll have to put something on that to stop condensation building up, or actually remove the lens, because it's a waterproof case that you can actually submerge in water. My Horrocks and your Clitheroe look very handsome. Handsome, madam. Yeah, that's it. It's called handsome. Yeah. Clitheroe spelt, it ends in it ends with an E, not a W, Clitheroe. Because a lot of people make a joke about it. If you split the words up, it says something different. It ends in an E, not a W. Mouth like an Arab Sani. What's an Arab Sani? Is it? Sounds very rude. Very posh round Clitheroe, actually. Hello, Ryan Garland. How we doing? I'm on the West Coast Main Line at Preston, facing south. I need to know where this cement train's got to. It seems to have got lost in. Interesting. Should have passed me 10 minutes ago, but it's not. It seems to have. Let's see if we can find it on the diagram. My favourite line. Excellent. I'll find what's happened to this cement train. Oh dear. It's a while away. It's stuck at Crewe for some reason. 6790 stuck at Crewe, so we're not getting that for a bit. It's called 66747, made in Sheffield, GBRF, and for some reason it's stationary in Crewe. It arrived in Crewe at 10:03 and has not left Crewe yet. Should have been here at should have been here now. Hello Heather, how are we doing? Good morning. What are you up to today? What's on the agenda for today? Not long until the 8:10 run on the MML. Hello William Finlay, how are we doing? I'm good, just sitting outside school. The phone said Maria's been sick here, so waiting to pick her up. Oh dear. Get her home in the warmth, Heather. That's the one. That's what my mum used to all do. She used to say, get back to bed and I'll light a fire in your room. That was my mum's answer to everything. Get back to bed and we'll put fire on. Get a bottle of Lucozade. Yeah. Back in the day, either they were none. You could burn candle at three ends. I certainly did. That's for sure. Makes me laugh. These young uns now. They go to. I've got to get up for work in the morning. They go to. Yeah, we pub me to Grapes and Lucas. Blimey, we were still at pub at midnight, and we always got up for work next morning. No problem. Never failed. And we were up for work next morning, and we were staggering home at 12, half past. Them were the days. Can't believe it. It's actually starting to spit here. Actually starting to spit. I've been up for 24 hours. Hellfire. Hey, it's just spitting, not much. I've still got my car door wide open and my leg dangling out, but just a few spits then landed out windscreen. And yet the sun's still shining. He's on the road. Get it taxed, he's on the road. Yeah, I was listening to you last night when I were in bed listening to you on Struggle Street, and I heard you say how much the insurance was. It's ridiculous, isn't it? But it's same everywhere. It's same here in England. I know a lad at work, and he's been driving now at 2 years, and he's still paying over 2,000 a year for a car. It's absolutely scandalous. You know, I understand it to be a little bit more expensive when somebody's first passed because there's supposed to be a higher risk, but you know, it's a bit much, isn't it, when it's really expensive? But yeah, once he gets a couple of years out, where it'll start to drop. That is the only one thing in life. I've said this hundreds of times. It's the only one thing that about getting old. That's the only thing you benefit from by getting old. Is your car insurance is nothing. You know what I mean? I pay less in car insurance than what I do in road tax. And now we're getting this weird. We've got like a bit of weird rain and sun going on here at the moment. It's bizarre. The sun's shining, but it's raining. Yeah, I actually pay more road tax for road tax than I do for car insurance. Yeah, Lucas said, yeah, yeah. Mine is a grand. Yeah, that's steady away. Is that heavy? For your, you know, how old are you? 39. That's enough. Bloody hell. Can't remember how much mine were last time. I'll tell you in a minute because I've still got the blooming email on my phone. Can't remember what I paid last time. Hmm. What the hell is it? My dad was 2,870. Yeah, I think mine was something like that. I'm just trying to find the email now because I keep the emails, the renewal things, whatever you want to call them, because it's unusual, really. I've been with Sheila's Wheels now for 4 years, and it's gone down every year. Normally, hmm, Tesco, a Tesco train. Yeah, I yeah, I paid two 236 quid for my insurance last time, and my road tax for a year is 430. Good grief, bloody ridiculous. My road tax is 430 a year, and I pay 236 for my insurance. What a joke! I need to get a new car. I need to get an electric car. That's what I need. It's been bad, hasn't it, when you're paying nearly double in tax than what your bloody insurance is? Correct, it is. It's same in this country, either. You know what I mean? Now you go in a garage now and you've spent 100 quid just for breathing the air in. New car, yeah, that's what I need. Next car I get though will be an electric one. I know everybody says, "Oh bloody hell, you don't want an electric car," and I think, well, I know 3 people now that have got electric cars and they all love them. You know what I mean? And I think, God forbid, it's just the problem is with electric cars, they're so damned expensive to buy in the first place. You know, yeah, hybrid, that'll be alright. Hybrid. I just prefer, I wouldn't mind a Tesla. I keep looking at them on Auto Trader. I don't want a little electric car because, I just don't like little cars. They don't suit me really, you know. But I'd have a Tesla. You've got the best of both worlds: superb in economy and superb performance. You know what I mean? And no road tax, which is heaven. Couldn't imagine just going and charging it up, you know, and doing like 200 miles travelling for 11 quid's worth of charge. I mean, that's brilliant, is that? 200 miles a dummy for a week, would it? Yeah, 200 miles would cover me for a week. Yeah, I don't drive, but I pay for all the cars. Bank of mum, yeah. But see, I wouldn't even need to charge it at home. I could just go and park up on one of these charging places and just pay 11.50, which I think is what it is, and it gets you 200 miles. Certainly a lot more economic for me to do a 200 miles in there. So I can tell you now, I can look on my screen. 200, 204, 200. What is it saying? Bugger off. There's that many different messages coming up. 200 and 296 miles range, right? 296 miles range left on this, and I've just put 50 quid in. So that's 50 quid for 300 miles, whereas you can get 200 miles for 11 quid. It's a no-brainer, isn't it? I'm more likely to be on a train than watching it. Yeah. Well, I could do without a car. If I didn't have a car, I'd just, well, I don't know what the hell I'd do. You know what I mean? I just don't know what the hell I'd do. You know, it's just such a big part of my life. I don't know. If this broke down tomorrow and beyond repair, I would buy a car the same day, no question about it. You know what I mean? You know, I just couldn't. Yeah, yeah. It's just I just couldn't. I couldn't manage without a car. I think it would mentally cock me up somehow. I don't know. Because everything I do is related. I'm travelling somewhere. You know what I mean? No, definitely not. No, thank you, Tommy. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's never too late, Senga. Never too late to take lessons. Never too late. There's people older than you take driving lessons. I know one of my mum's neighbours. One of my mum's neighbours, he's actually dead now, but he retired, finished work, and said he wanted to get a mobile home, and he couldn't even drive, so he took lessons, passed, and he had a mobile home for many years and travelled all over. So he's actually dead now. It's quite a while ago, is this, but you know, and he actually retired from work and then took driving lessons. It's the one thing I can put up with anything, you know what I mean, but I couldn't put up with not having a car. I just couldn't. It did the same. Oh God. Like my sister, she doesn't drive, and she's happy because if I think you've never driven, you don't have the effect, you see. But I just couldn't. Now I gave my Aston Martin disguised as a motor, telling me the machine guns. Excellent. Hello, Nastya. How we doing from Russia? How's life in Russia? Yeah, it's a lot of things I could live without, but that is one that I couldn't. So just I feel like there'd be nothing. You know what I mean? You know, if I wouldn't be as bad if I lived right next to a railway station. I think that would, because then I'd travel on the train if I didn't have a car. But I just hope that day doesn't come when I can't drive a car. Sometimes you've no choice, have you? For whatever reason. My concentration is bad. Yeah, but you just have to make sure it's good on the day you take your test, Senga. I would kill myself in a car. Is that you, Nastya, with the BMW on your channel? I take it you like your cars. I can always tell a BMW just with interior, because I have a BMW. I recognise things. Well, there you go. If you can drive, Senga, you're halfway there. I was saying when I took my driving actual driving test, I'd driven miles and miles. I'd driven JCBs, diggers, bulldozers, and all sorts before I even took my test. So I was, blimey. Is that you, Nashta, in that Merc, spinning it around on what looks like a car park or a beachfront on the beach, spinning that Mercedes around? You go away, sir. Correct. Oh no, it don't make no difference. You're right there, Tommy. As long as it gets you where you want to go, but you've got to think about comfort. That's a key thing for me. You know what I mean? I like a car to be spacious and I like it to be comfortable. I'm not too bothered about the economy. If it's a bit of a guzzler but it's comfy, that's just one of the caveats of having the comfort. But you know, I couldn't like daughter. She has a Fiat 500. Well, I've been in that. And my God, I felt like I were a jack in the box. You know, super small. And the other daughter, she has a Ford car, and that's the same. No good to me. Sold it. My mum and dad bought me a wee Clio in 2009, sold it to my sister-in-law for 100 quid. Somebody crashed into it, and the insurance gave me off. God, I bet you were fuming. What did you sell it for 100 quid for? It's not my vanity, it's just speed. I'm restricted to 8 mile an hour. Suspension is non-existent, no aircon, and I can only go 8 miles before I have to go back. Because Ross told me he won't get any money on it. Oh, hellfire. You know what to do next time, Senga? Don't listen to Ross. Then he said, oh, I never said that. Yeah. Denying it afterwards, yep. I know that one. Mum and Dad paid £2 for it. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, she did well out at the insurance company. They were 1,500 quid. You know. I had a, well, wife had a, she got a Suzuki, fortunately, got a 2.4 miles from house, but it's still a 30-minute journey. I let my sister-in-law pay me £10 a week. Yeah. Oh dear, yeah. Yeah, I've done that trick. I sold something to somebody a couple of years ago, and I said you can pay me in 3 instalments, £50, and they paid me the first one and never paid me the rest. I've never seen them since. They've always kept out my way since. You know, they must thought I'd forgot, but you know, paid me the first 50 quid, then never give me anything else. Hello, B3 NATO 24. B3 NATO 24. Where are you from? I'm from the United Kingdom, and I'm on the West Coast Main Line near Preston. Laugh is, she gave my brother a loan a car, and the electric window won't go up. You had to pay. He had to pay to get it fixed. Oh, you're in Cardiff, are you? All right, not excellent. Transport for Wales. TFL. Two stations in Cardiff, isn't there? There's a Cardiff Central and Cardiff. Oh, what's the other Cardiff? Cardiff, is it Cardiff something street or something like that? Hello, Chris. How we doing? You're back. My God, there's some vans full of dogs pulled up here today. Yeah, I forgot there's Cardiff Central, and literally 100 yards after it, there's another station. I can't think what it's called. Only car I've not had to fix is the Merc. Oh, well, there you go, Senga. Get another Merc. That's the only car I don't think I've ever owned is a Merc. And I've looked at them and nearly bought them, but I've never actually owned a Mercedes. It's probably one of the few I've never owned. One car I've never owned, and I've nearly bought one, but... Have you seen Lyon Underground France? No, I haven't. Somebody's just got out of her pit. It was brand new, a lease one. Excellent. Yeah. Yeah, I nearly bought a Merc before I bought this BMW. I was toying with the idea. Yeah, the one I looked at was an S-Class Merc, and I was very close to buying it, but it was the height off the floor that was putting me off. It was low to the ground. That's why I sold my Volvo, because that was low to ground. When you got a dodgy hip, it's not good. But when you, that's the beauty of this car that I'm in now. It's high off the floor and much easier to get in and out of. There's an abandoned field in Newport with a pacer in it. Excellent. Is it not? There's a field in Newport with an abandoned pacer, but yeah, it's just the height off the floor I like. It's high off the floor, and it's got proper side steps on, not bolt-on side steps. You know, the parts of the chassis, and that is brilliant. Brilliant for getting in and out of. You know, if you've got any dodgy mobility issues, the X5 is a brilliant car for it. There's no doubt about it. It's just getting a bit old now, is this really? And I've looked at the newer ones, but the newer ones don't have the side steps on. You can get aftermarket side steps that bolt on, but I don't want them. I think they look awful. Hello, Jeanette. How are we doing? Have you had a nice sleep? Oh yeah, you've got a BMW, haven't you? Sanga, I keep forgetting about that. Yeah. Yeah, you see, that'll be very low to floor with that. Yeah. Hello, Joaquin Diego Fonseca. How we doing? Joaquin Diego Fonseca. How's it going? You know me, I never sleep well. I can't tell a word you're saying, unfortunately, Joaquin, but welcome all the same. Be right back. Senga's off on a mish. She's either on a fridge mission or a plumbing mission. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vans now with doggy daycare here, and each van has about 5 or 6 dogs in it, so that's like 30 dogs here at the moment. Good Lord, 30 dogs. Yeah. A lot of dogs, yeah, there is. A lot of dogs. A lot of women as well. Hello, Alexander Paul. How are we doing? I'm doing fine, thank you. How are you? Yeah, I don't know what that is. I think it's a bit of moisture in my case because I've got my waterproof case on, and I think there must be a bit of moisture behind the glass or something. It's bugging me a bit, is that and all? I'm hoping it'd I think the one to the left, I think it's just the hue off the sun, but I think bottom right, that is definitely a drop of moisture of some sort. It's aggravating, that's for sure. A bit of moisture between the case and the lens, you know, because I've got the waterproof. What I should have done is took the case off before I put the camera up, but it's quite a mission getting case off and on, because it's one of these cases where you can actually video under the sea, you know what I mean? You can submerge it and still use your phone. It's a totally sealed case. Yeah. Don't forget, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. I'm less than 20 away from 9k. Less than 20. Wow, another van's opening up now, full of dogs. It's going to be it's almost like the back room of Crufts here. Yeah, just sorting my 1,000,001 tablets out. Excellent. Fortunately, I only have 2 a day that I need to sort. Problem is, one of them makes me pee. It's one of them water tablets that make you pee more than you normally do. Hello, Reef Central. How are we doing? I forgot what they call them. There's a name for it. Dre. There's a word for it. And I take one of them, and the problem is it makes you dispatch water all day. How's it going, Reef? Yeah, I forgot what the name is from. There's a name from. They always put them together with blood pressure tablets, and they just make you pee out. You make you get rid of water quicker, and so you tend to be out having to want to have a pee every couple of hours. There's a word for it. Oh, I can't think what they call them. Hello, Hunter. How are we doing? Actual word for that type of tablet, and I just cannot remember what they call it. It basically just makes you pee more. Hey, here we are at Crufts. Excellent. So glad to hear it. We've got Huskies, Poodles, Jack Russells, a Golden Retriever that's just going bonkers, jumping all over the show. Looks like it's totally puddled, a Golden Retriever. A couple of Alsatians. God knows. Oh, it's one of them Akitas or whatever they call them big dogs with curly tail. Certainly a good, yeah. There's a word though that generalises that tablet. I can't think what they call it. A word that's like part of the family, the family word that explains that tablet. Because daughter on about it the other day, because obviously she's well up on all that caper. I just can't think what they call it. Yeah, well, that's the problem. They make you pee a lot, Tommy. I'm trying to think of the word. There's a word for the whole family. Diuretics, they're called. Diuretics. Diuretics. Diuretics, not diuretics. Diuretics, that's what they call them. They increase urine production that help the body get rid of excess salt and water. They are prescribed to treat conditions like hypertension, edema, which is swelling of the legs and ankles, and well, that's basically it. Diuretics cause the kidney to remove more salt and water from the bloodstream, which is then passed out through the body. This reduces the amount of fluid in the body, which can lower blood pressure and alleviate any swelling you may have. Diuretics, that's the one, Tommy. And that is why they make you pee a lot, hence why I tend to want to have a pee every hour and a half, 2 hours. Which I don't mind during the day, but it bugs you at night time. It drives me frigging mad at night. But I've learned one thing that helps is if I'm starving when I go to bed, I usually am most nights, but if I'm really hungry when I go to bed, I do tend to feel like I can go longer. And it was funny, last night I went to bed well, I didn't go to bed as in to sleep. Oh, God forbid, that flipping out chap's here who bores them into tears. He just can't be arsed with him today. I really can't. Yeah, that's it. Correct. That's what I do. I take them first thing I do when I get up, Tommy. First thing I do. It's the first thing. As soon as I get out of my bed, first place I go to set them, because I take them as early as I can, so they start to die out as the day goes on. But it's never easy. I just zoom slightly just to try and get rid of them white blobs off bottom of the screen. That chap's coming, who usually talks, he's arrived, so there must be something due for him to turn up on the scene. Yeah, it's on my case, it's a bit of condensation or something that's got trapped between the lens and the case, but it'll disappear when I get home in warmth. Because the case is an absolute pain in the ass to get on and on. It's we being a sealed case for underwater use. It's you clip it on and then you have you said yeah on a tech mission, yeah. The case is a vacuum case, so when you put the case on your phone, you turn a little screw, and it forms a vacuum in the case to prevent water from going in. You know, it's quite a high-tech case, but I got it deliberately so I can be videoing and it can chuck it down and all that business and won't affect anything. I did try cheaper cases, but what were happening is when the raindrops were running down the screen, it were doing false presses on the screen. So I'm trying to find a timetable here, because when this old fella racks up, it usually means there's something interesting coming. I can't think what the hell he's waiting for. I'm not seeing anything. Watching in Makerfield to Quarry, is it that? Well, that's the only thing I can think of. He's waiting for the quarry train. There's a quarry train due in 16 minutes. That's the only thing that I must be waiting for. Or is he waiting for the Southampton docks? I can't imagine that. I don't know. No idea. A vacuum will attract water from outside, atmospheric pressure. Yeah. Well, that's what it might not be a vacuum. It might actually pump her in. I'm not really sure, Tommy. There's a little button on it, though, outside, and you turn it when you put the phone in the case. So it might add pressure in. I don't know. I don't know. Might work on the same theory as when they. I don't know. I know when they test watches, they put them in a thick oil, and then they create a vacuum. And if the watch is leaking, bubbles come out the watch, but nothing goes into the watch. Because I know somebody who actually makes watches, actually makes them from scratch. Hello, Maria Cantilis. How are we doing? That is a fine craft. Is that making watches? My God. But I know I used to watch him test them, and he used to put them in this like tub of thick oil, and then put a vacuum on. You know, see if they were waterproof.
Morning.
Are you all right?
Struggling through. I've just gone for this
The
742.
Orton Ribblesdale one, is it? Is it going to
It's
Ribbles?
gone through Cardiff.
Oh, it's that one coming this way, is it?
Straight down, yeah.
All right, yeah.
There's two later on, round 4.
Well, there's one in a few minutes coming up this way.
Oh, that'll be.
It's Quarry one. Going to quarry.
Yeah, we travel. It was 60.
Uh,
21 minute.
and that one coming down is, oh, it's a while off yet.
Yeah.
1:45.
Yeah, it'll be 42. Yeah.
There's 12:10 that's coming up here, and the cement train's coming at 22 as well.
Cement not gone yet.
No, it got stuck at Crewe for some reason.
What's on that?
I'll tell you in a minute. It's coming through here at 12:40 according to this. I'll just tell you what's on it. Oh, it's a 66, and I can't remember the number. It's called Made in Sheffield.
All right, 729 is it?
I can't remember but I know it's called Made in Sheffield because I've already looked at it once. I'll tell you in a sec.
It's a bit dodgy for filming again.
Yeah, it's not so bad now. The sun's just gone round a bit.
Just get the camera out in case it comes.
Yeah, it's 66747.
Hey?
66747 Made in Sheffield, due at 10 past here. It's at Acton Bridge at the moment.
I don't need that. I need that one at 4 o'clock. There's supposed to be two on it, but I bet you take one off. I think it's for here at Leyland.
Oh, going in here, is it?
I think so. Usually when they come from the south, they do. They're back in.
Yeah.
It's around 4 o'clock, he said. You're just after. Well, they give me 10 past. There's supposed to be two on it. They might be dropping one somewhere else, so if 752's at front, that's the one I want.
And where's it going? Where's it go? Oh, I'm on the wrong junction here. I'm probably looking at the right bloody thing. Haxton Junction. It's coming up, bro, is it?
Oh yeah, I think so.
That's at 4 o'clock.
Yeah. They're out there.
I'll have a look in a minute. I was looking at it wrong. I was looking at Farrington Junction. Well, it won't reach that, will it?
Well, that's a go for in Farrington.
Is it Seathorpe? Oh, that's not that.
That's if it's going in here. He didn't say it was going in here, but that where it's coming from usually does.
There's nothing down.
Oh well.
No top thing.
He has apps that you can't bloody. There's loads of other different apps. I've got it from somewhere. Anyway, I won't be waiting for it. I'll come back later.
Yeah, it's not.
I want to come for this one, so this will not be here for a bit though. Shouldn't be on there really if it's running.
Yeah, it's not. Nothing showing. Would it have set off by now? Where's it
Oh
coming
yeah,
from?
it's set off. Well, he said it's left anyway. Now whether it has or not, you never know. But he's funny, so must be there somewhere. Mind you, I come for one yesterday and the bloody thing was cancelled when I got here.
No, I can't find the damn thing. If I knew where it had set off from, I'd be able to find it. But
Eh?
if I knew where it had set off from, I'd be able to find it.
I don't know if it should have set off by now. Should have gone early this morning.
And
It
work.
comes right down from South Wales, I think, somewhere.
Alright.
They want it's a different sort of stone they want here.
Right.
If it's that one I'm thinking of,
There's a Horton in Mibblesdale Quarry to Brindle Heath, but that's at 4:10, but that's the one that comes
Oh,
that way.
that might be it.
That comes from up.
Oh, that's the 60, isn't it?
It
No.
usually is a 60. That yeah.
Oh, this is 260, 66.7s.
And Carlisle to Baspedal, that's the usual engineers. And then there's a Court Bridge to Daventry. Nothing listed.
Oh, well, they'll let me know later anyway.
Carlisle to Arpley Sidings. No, that's not it. Clitheroe Castle Cement. Sellafield to Crewe. Bugger all like this. Nothing.
I'll worry about it later anyway. I just want this one here. 742 in it.
Yeah, that's coming down that way, isn't it?
Yeah, that's coming front door.
Because Tutherland's due any second now.
Cement.
No, no, the other one. What bloody hell's it called? Ashton in Makerfield to Horton in Bribblesdale Quarry.
Ribblesdale, yeah. That's 60 in it.
That's
21 yesterday.
That's 20. That's at 5:00 in 1 minute. That's due according to this. Well, it's a 1 minute at Exton Junction.
I'm not filming it again. I filmed it yesterday. I know it'll be 21. Travel's going on slow. I don't think Pendle's gone yet, has it? And Barra. Has Barra gone?
Uh,
One from Barra.
blah, blah, blah. What time are we? 12:05.
Should be.
No, it's late. Is that expected at 12:21? Barrow Furnace.
It's late, is it?
Yeah, Barrow Furnace to
There's
Manchester.
loads of trains late now and cancelled, isn't there?
Today especially, bloody hell. Everything's been late. Yeah, it's due at 12:21. Is Barrow Furnace to Manchester
Oh
Airport.
well, that should come just after 12. Before Pendle.
12:06 Pendolino.
Yeah.
Should be any second now, that.
Not believe this weather, can you?
Well, we're absolutely hammering it down yesterday.
Where were that?
Huh?
Where were that at?
Here, yesterday afternoon.
Where are you?
Yeah.
Well, I come at dinner and it were fine.
Yeah, it were about. I came about 3 o'clock. It were, and it were bouncing.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Must have fell asleep on the couch.
Yeah, it were absolutely bouncing. I mean that. There's a freight train somewhere. I've lost track of it, but that were 7 hours late.
7 hours late?
7 hours late.
What on that?
Courtbridge to Daventry. 7 hours late it were.
Oh, it's gone, has it?
Yeah, it were ridiculous.
It should have run it neat.
Oh no, it's not. It's not. It's not due. Oh, it's not here yet. It's due here at 1:15. It set off at 3 o'clock this morning. It's now currently running 212 minutes late. Now it's caught up a bit of time. Still 4 hours. Still 3 hours.
Oh. Do we know what maps on it?
I'll tell you in a minute. It is 4M27. It is. Come on, bloody internet's rubbish here today for some reason. It is. It's not on that diagram. Not on that diagram. There it is. It's currently at the Eden Valley. And it is. It's an 88.
Not bothering then. I only want one, but it's busted at
88009 Diana.
I need 007. It's only one I need at 88s this year. It's broke down at Watson and they're waiting for parts at the depot at Carlisle. Well, it's not coming on Q2. I'll have a sit now.
Yeah, it's going. It's actually going later and later. It seems to be drifting a bit for some reason.
They keep getting held up on mainline, don't they?
Yeah. It's 12:47 now at the moment. The Leven line, Leven Valley. What's up? Shit off our brands. Is the grass growing in the paddock? Is the grass growing in the paddock? Scotland train lines have a problem. Yeah. I had a problem, but he's sat back in his car now. Damn it, I've just altered my zoom. I didn't realise I'd put that back. Do you have a listen? I was in the house 3 hours and my chest is killing me. Oh dear. No, I didn't. Just need to alter. I thought the white bit of condensation had gone, but it hasn't. I'm just going to alter it. What? Oh yeah. Got rid of that condensation. I feel like I can hear something. Yeah, I got rid of it. I altered the zoom to get shut a bit. And here comes the quarry train. You can see in the background. Yeah, I just altered my screen slightly. Keep getting talked to by the chap outside, but thankfully he's got sat back in his car now. Hi, where are we? Hello, Connie Burdett. How are we doing? Yeah, we're in Preston, just at the side of the West Coast Main Line in the United Kingdom. Is that the same man who was ill? Could well have been Sanger, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. It's the only one that ever talks to me here. I wish the women were as chatty as he were. Slow train to China, yeah. It is a very slow train. It's because it's changing tracks, you see. It's moving from the fast track, from the down track to the up track to the going round into the sidings. That's it, yeah, it's the same chap, yeah. It is. It is for sure. Down, up, fast, slow. You're getting it, Sanger. You're getting into it. Yeah, it's on the down. It was on the down fast, and it did go on to the up fast. You're right, Sanger. It came down and went on to the up fast, crossed the up fast to get onto the branch line. That's why we're going so slow. You see, you'd had to navigate two sets of points. But yeah, you're getting it, Sanger. You're getting into it. I can see it. I can see where you're going there. I can see you learning. Your knowledge is shining through. I'm impressed. What do you think will be next, Sanger? What do you think the next train will be? Have a guess, Sanger. I know what you're going to type. I'm going to set my Thomas up when I move. Pendolino, that's it. I knew you were going to say that. Everybody says Pendolino. I love it. And don't forget, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. I'm less than 10 away from 9k. Less than 10. Less than 10 subscribers away from 9k. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Hello, Mr. Ford Mustang. How are we doing? How's it going, Mustang? How are you feeling today after yesterday's little bit of surgery? Hey, Ed. How are we doing, Ed? See you later, Ed. Oh, you beat me to it, Jeanette. I wonder if his first name's something else. Just had a look at Ed's channel. I'd rather watch paint dry than look at Ed's channel because guess what? He's got one subscriber. He's doing well, he's our Ed. I wonder what his first name is. I'll leave the rest of you to have a guess at that. Thomas. I set Thomas up in my old flat and it took up five bedrooms. Well, there's nothing on his channel at all, Jeanette, so I would actually rather watch paint than look at his channel. But there you go. It takes all sorts. You've got to. I just feel sorry for them. They're obviously inadequate imbeciles. Hello, Ongart. How not? How we doing? Life's little dregs, you know. When you've been driving up your motorway, it's like what you scrape off your windscreen when you've been on motorway on a hot sunny day in a couple of hours. All them little irritating little midges. I set up Thomas and my plan. It took up a 5-bedroom house. Excellent. Is it Thomas or Thomas and friends, Sanger? This is what I want to know. Is it Thomas and his friends, or is Gordon there, and Terence and everybody, and Clarabelle and I forgot what the others call. Clarence, Clarabelle, and what's the other one called? Forgot. Do 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 do. I have a massive Thomas that holds all the track. It's massive. I didn't think you'd be into that kind of thing, Senga. You've surprised me. I didn't see you as being somebody who wants to play with Thomas train sets. You're a dark horse. Most women are into like Barbies and all that lot, but Thomas, yep. I'm still have Thomas stuff. Excellent. I've I've got Annie. Oh, that was it. Annie and Clarabelle. Yeah. I was trying to think of the name. I knew one of them was Clarabelle. I couldn't remember the other name. Annie and Clarabelle. Here goes class 323 going to Blackpool North. Going to the seaside. To see the sea. What's that I called? That's grumpy all the time. What's that I called that's grumpy all the time? What's that I called that's grumpy all the time? Don't know, Jeanette. You've lost me here. Enlighten me. Tom. Oh, what's the? Oh, what's the? Yeah, it's Gordon. Gordon's the grumpy one. Gordon. Right, naughty bugger. It's Gordon. Never stops moaning. Gordon. He's the cranky one. Oh, I always thought it was Gordon, me, that was the naughty one. Always moaning and groaning. There's a guy just driving around in circles here in a van and he's really annoying me. He keeps going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. I don't know what the hell he's up to. think Senga's disappeared. She's probably playing with Thomas. Yes, Senga has got a lot of Thomas. I can confirm that. Wow. Yeah, I've just got it, Senga. That's a lot of Thomas, is that? Just think when you get to your new house, you'll be able to set it up. You'll be able to get it all set up. Thomas and friends. That's a Thomas and a lot of friends. Crikey. I didn't think you'd be into that stuff, Senga. I'm surprised. Well, you got it for your son, right? I understand now. My mum got it for my son every year. For birthday, Christmas. I take it he's outgrown it now. You'd be able to sell that for a fortune on eBay, that lot. I have a lot of Thomas in my shed outside, yeah. So Senga's got a hell of a lot of Thomas. I've just seen a photo of it. It's Thomas and friends and flipping friends and relatives and everything. Yeah, I've got all my kids' toys still. Yeah, well, some of them were worth a fortune. I know when I was got too old for all their stuff, they had all that Sylvanian family stuff, and God, we got a fortune for it. That Sylvanian families it were called, and play boots and treehouse. Yeah, I know what you mean. And they were mad on that stuff, Sylvanian families, and we put it on eBay, and it just went for loads of money. It did. Loads of money. Because wife's one of these. She keeps box for everything she does. Absolutely everything. Their boots and treehouse. And before we had loft converted, it was just full of boxes from all boxes she'd saved. She'd saved box for everything, whereas I'm a thrower away. I don't save boxes for stuff. Not much anyway, because they just take up room. I saved pictures and paintings that Callum did at school. Excellent. Hello, Titan cameraman. How are we doing? Good morning, sir. I've got the Thomas and turning just when we do those people. Excellent. A motorised train. Lol, single 66. Yeah, you just missed the 60. Yeah, I'd always wanted to have a Hornby track in the attic. Yeah, well, I had one in attic before kids were born. It was huge. That was my first one. I did that in attic, and it was huge. You had to go up a ladder to get at it, like to get into attic, one of these loft ladder things. And yeah, it were a big layout I didn't loft. It really was. And then when kids were born again, I had to trash it all and throw it away. Second layout, that's two layouts I've had to destroy. Oh Lord. Let's answer this phone call. Yep, Jeanette knows. Mean it goes back on the road, the one that you'll see on the beach train. Yeah, it's the usual location, Tartan. Yeah, you're right there. Can you get me this? Can you get me that? Can you order me this? And yeah, usual stuff. It's what?
Gone through broke.
Yeah, it can't be far away now.
I did a let it off. You might get that 22. Path is a path, isn't there?
Yeah.
Them two 7, they're coming off there just after 4.
Coming off where?
There.
From Blackburn?
Yeah, they're coming off there. Yeah, it's Stone train.
All right.
752 and 748.
So that's obviously going to be going through Cherry Tree then, is that?
Well, he's just said that it'll be going dark then, so I think I'll come back. I'll come back and see what weather's like. Whether it's gone dark. It's been going dark at 4 o'clock, hasn't it?
Yeah. Are they coming off here at what time?
Just after 4.
Just after 4.
It'll be after that Pendolino, won't they? At 2 minutes past if it's not late. They're going down to Southampton
Ah,
with Stone. I think it's Stone. It's engineering, I think it's. But it could be containers, I don't know. They haven't sent it down settled. Could be containers if it's going Southampton.
nothing there, but I'll just try Blackburn. So if they're coming off there, they must be coming through Blackburn.
Yeah, it's coming through there, off there. That's what he says, and he give me numbers.
Coming off there at 4 o'clock.
Well,
Nothing listed. Just check the other thing.
what's bugger? Someone's in and out.
Oh, that's the late cement.
Cement, is it late?
Yeah. Oh, it's late. Should have been 11 o'clock. This.
What's on it?
I don't know. I'm forgetting.
Not messed up.
It's,
Mine did.
yeah, it's going to go up points. Here it is, the old cement train going to Clitheroe. Approximately almost 2 hours late. Oh, it's that fancy thing with the, I don't know what the hell's on it. Hello, John Willard, how we doing? Yeah, there's nothing listed going through here. At A4,
Isn't what he said?
the usual engineers coming through at 27 minutes past, that's coming through, and
What's that?
the engineers is coming through at 27 minutes past 4.
It'll be a light engine then.
And
Oh, 20, oh, 20, aye. No, it might not.
then the quarry one's coming back, the 60 at 20 to 4.
Oh, that's what he said. It told me this morning, now it's telling me.
And what's on it supposed to be? 266s.
Right, because it's going such a distance that there must be a lot of stuff on it. The tubing on it. 752 and 7. Oh, I forget what he said. Oh, 748.
Wish he'd fuck off shaking fence. Keep shaking my bloody fence. Bloody nuisance. There's a train coming, I think. Yeah, there will be. Who's streaming then? Yes, I'm streaming. I've never been on it. Yes, I've been on the Eurostar train. I find it very comfortable, efficient and fast, yeah. Hello, Kabanich. Battery back off. How are we doing? Kabanich and battery or back off. Probably saying your name wrong, but I do apologise if that's the case. There's a freight train coming on the up fast, which is the farthest track from the camera. You're my favourite train streamer. Thank you very much. I'll try my best. I'm very trying, as some people will say. What time is it there? It is 12:46 in the afternoon. That was a class 195. Hello, Makungi Rail fan, how are we doing? And here we've got a freight train coming. And also a 331. And here it is. GBRF class 66. There we go.
You found it yet?
So, I give up. Couldn't find it anywhere. Can't find it on any data, and I've checked about four different
Well,
ones.
found it from somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll come back later anyway.
Yeah, I'll keep
They
looking.
probably ring me before.
It might be something they're planning to put on later, but If it's already set off from wherever it's going from, I don't. Where will it
Well,
be?
it won't have set off. It'll be coming from Stone Place up.
Oh, it's coming out of there, is it?
If it is Stone, but it could be containers if it's going Southampton.
Right.
It's hard to say, isn't it?
There's certainly nothing listed, that's for
Anyway,
sure.
I'll come back later.
I'll see you later. Just a short one this time. Yeah, it was only a little one, that one, Jeanette. I much prefer a long one. Don't forget, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Yeah, I'm less than 10 away from 9k. Less than 10. Less than 10. But I'm going to stop in a minute at 1 o'clock and have a break and recharge a battery or two, and then I'll come back on. I'm going to go to Tesco's and get a sandwich from Tesco's. So every little helps. And then I will be back. I will be back. Just checking the timetable now to make sure there's nothing exciting coming in the next hour. Which I don't think there is. Yes, probably yes. 9 o'clock. He better. I'll be back. Right, I'm going to knock this on the head now, and I'll be back at 2 o'clock. I'm going to nip to Tesco and get something to eat, and then I'll be back on at 2 o'clock. So I shall catch you all at 2 o'clock. Thanks for watching. I'll do a bit of battery recharging while I'm going to Tesco's. So I shall catch you all in an hour. Catch you all shortly. Thanks for watching.